So I came across something interesting on LinkedIn that I thought would be good to share. And I wanted to get your thoughts and opinions on this as well. So let me just jump straight into it. No long. Let's just go, man. So LinkedIn released their LinkedIn Jobs on the Rise 2026, right? The 25 fastest growing jobs in the UK. So let's have a quick scan and then I will get to my point in a moment. So we have, if we scroll down, we have AI engineer number 1, okay. Head of artificial intelligence number 2, okay. A lecturer, okay. Strategic advisor number 4, okay. Number 5, investment broker, okay. Number 6, head of insurance. Number 7, a courier. And number 8, a founder, right? So let me dive in this one. So on this list, right, for 2026, it's ranked number 8. We have a founder. I'm gonna include the actual link in the description box so you can check out yourself as well for the full sort of list and the methodology behind it. I don't want to bore you with all of the actual, like the reasons and how they actually put all the data together. We're not here for that right now. However, we are here for the point that I want to make as to the fact that the founder or the thought of becoming a founder for 2026 as a rising job in the UK, that is considerably high. That is considerably high. I may even continue to go back on the list after, but let's go onto the other screen. So this is the LinkedIn Jobs on the Rise for 2025, as you can see. So let me just have a little scroll, just so you can see. So, okay, artificial intelligence engineer, scroll through, home health aide, aircraft mechanic, data governance manager, environmental officer, chief revenue officer, okay. I'm just gonna keep scrolling down, right? Okay, control systems engineer, account executive, fundraising manager, a pilot, a cost engineer, a director of procurement. Let's keep going. There's 25, isn't it? Professor. Okay. Number 5. The last one is a tour guide. Okay, so correct me if I'm wrong or if I need glasses, but 2025 does not have founder on that list. Am I correct? Am I seeing things correctly? Let's go back on this screen. Hold on. Number 8, we have a founder. I will just keep scrolling through quickly just to see the other sort of roles that they're saying are the hottest roles for 2026, and then we can dive into this properly. I find that quite interesting. All right, let me just scroll down because you guys, you ain't got time for this. You just want to hear what I've got to say about this particular, I wouldn't even say an issue, I would say a shift, but we can get into that in a moment. But as you can see, all these particular roles listed, and in 2025, a founder was effectively non-existent in this list. It wasn't deemed as something that was the hottest sort of job to focus on or one to aspire to be. You understand what I mean? So you have to ask yourself, what has happened or what has shifted in a way where now being a founder is listed so high within all of those particular job roles? And then I can only speak from my experiences. I think right now in 2026, I speak a lot about personal branding, I speak a lot about personal development, and I speak a lot about careers and where the element of careers are going. And right now, like I told you guys already, no one's happy. No one's happy. I've yet to find someone who I meet and we have an actual conversation and they're working in their job 9 to 5, whatever the case. And they say to me, Tariq, you know what? I'm actually really, really happy and fulfilled at my job. I have not seen anyone yet. Maybe it's the people. Maybe I'm not conversing with the right people, or maybe I haven't met that many people to ask them about their actual careers and their jobs. But what I do know is when it comes down to meeting and networking, and I speak to founders and I speak to entrepreneurs and I speak to people that are doing different things outside the realm of their 9 to 5 and their work, there's a big shift. There happy. They are fulfilled, they're content. And trust me, it's hard. It's hard, but they would rather be in a position where they go through the fire and they go through the elements of hard rather than not doing it all, not doing it at all, and working at a job that just doesn't fulfill them. And I find it quite interesting with a platform like LinkedIn that the founder list is so high. And I believe that it just really reinforces the shift that we are going through this year and the shift that we're going to be going through in the coming years. And you already know about my deadline. You know what I'm going to say. I'm going to say the 30th of November, 2027. Listen, at some stage, the more that I do these videos and when the more I reach closer to the 1,000 day mark, before that deadline, you guys need to come to me and say hello and just be like, listen, I know about the deadline. I ain't got to be telling anyone about the deadline because you're going to know what the deadline is. You know what I mean? You need to put it in your calendar. But the founder element is an interesting thing because even the element of running a business or developing a business or growing a business, anything of that regard is not easy. It's a joke. It's a joke. You have to do so many things. There's so many spinning plates to it, and there's so much headache in some regards, and there's so much, I suppose, putting out a lot of fires in that sense. But I feel that there's a shift with the way that people are thinking. They're thinking they don't want to be working at this particular job long enough to even see what happens. And I suppose there's a lot of stats and studies and data to show that a lot of people, once they get to the stage of like middle management, that's when it gets quite rocky. And then people end up leaving their role to go find other jobs, or some people tend to just leave that workforce completely and to just kind of figure out things on their own. And the same thing happened to me. So in that case, I'm a statistic in that sense. But it's really interesting how the shift is transforming the way that we are looking at the job market. Obviously, we have all the AI stuff already. All the AI sort of roles and jobs are always going to be there from now until forever, I would say. But all the other sort of jobs as well, I just find it really interesting that a lot of people are still not really forthcoming with AI, for example, knowing that that's one of the tools that you need to future-proof yourself in this new world as well. And in my opinion, the fact that Founder has reached number 8 alongside all of the other various different AI job roles just reinforces my point that the blending that you will need to do with the development of your AI skills and your personal brand is something that you need to have as a hybrid approach for how you decide to navigate and move for the next few years. And that's the thing. I've been saying this since 2024 about personal branding, about the importance of it, how you need to navigate in that sense. And with the rise of AI, it literally just slotted into place where it just became a thing where you need both. In that regard, you can't do one without the other. As a founder, a lot of founders, funny enough, they like to make life hard for themselves sometimes. I'm sorry, but it's true. We have so much tools, so many different. I'm just trying to think of the wording. We got so much technology that we can utilize for our business to streamline, to make things easier, to automate, just to position it in a way that makes sense where we're able to do more with our time. But some founders, they choose to take that hard route so they can showcase that story to be like, yeah, I had nothing, I done it from scratch. And don't get me wrong, you build your story. You know me, I love a good story. But don't force the hardship, just make life easier for yourself. And the whole point of business is to make money and to scale it into a point where it's lucrative. we ain't got time to be there struggling for no reason. You know what I mean? If there's tools or if there's people, matter of fact, that you can work with or that you can outsource and get stuff done at a quicker rate rather than you thinking that you can do it all on your own, then you got to do it that way. Like, come on, 2026 now. Like, don't get me wrong, the AI tools are amazing, but there's nothing more amazing than being able to collaborate and work with people that's on the same wavelength as you, because when you do that, you're just moving faster. And I realized that, and even myself, I need to be a lot more intentional with outsourcing, especially with me doing these 1,000 days and, you know, the client work that I'm doing as well, and just building up my personal brand and taking it to a whole new level requires that level of outsourcing. And I no longer think I can do it on my own. I suppose at one stage I thought I could do it on my own. I thought I was someone like that can do it. Fortunately, I am very resourceful. Everything up to this point has been me, from the website to the designing of different assets to PRing myself. As you know, I've done the video about how PR professionals need to learn how to PR themselves. That's me doing that particular outreach as well. I've done it all. But just because you know how to do it all doesn't mean that you should, right? So either way, that's a whole new topic. I've taken you guys on a whole new path. But the point that I'm making now, let me share my screen again. Is this the right one? Let's have a look. So my whole point is, right? Let's have a look. A founder. Founders start and lead businesses from the ground up, shaping their vision, strategy, and overall direction. The most common skills: entrepreneurship, startup leadership, business ownership. And the most common industries is within technology, information and internet, business consulting and services, IT services and IT consulting. Where the most jobs are: London, Manchester and Leeds. And the gender distribution of hires in 2025, 30% female, 70% male. Okay, that is interesting. But as I mentioned, we have founder at number 8, and we have a courier, head of insurance, investment broker, strategic advisor. That is okay, a lecturer. And then the top was head of AI and AI engineer. So yeah, that's it. That's it. I just think that it's really interesting how it wasn't particularly a particular occupation that was something that was worth mentioning last year. But as we get into this new year, with it being 2026, there's a shift now that founders, a lot more people are becoming founders. A lot more people are realizing the importance that not only is it becoming a lot more harder to maintain and live with just one single income, but people are realizing that they just can't live the life that they're living anymore. Some people, they feel they've been lied to, sold a dream, and they're just working jobs just for the sake of it, rather than now a lot of people are focusing on entrepreneurship and becoming founders so they can build something that they are genuinely passionate about, something that they love, something that they can wake up and do every single day, no matter how hard it is, no matter what obstacles. Is something that they decided and they chose to do. And I resonate that a lot, because with my journey, there's nothing better than having the opportunity to build on my terms and to actually do a good job of it as well. And it can be tiring, it can be hard, it can be long some days, but ultimately I wouldn't want anything better. I love it. And the element of having the platform to even showcase and share my experiences with you all is a dream. Is a dream to be able to do that. And I want to continue to do more of it on the journey as I continue to build my personal brand to get to that £1 million mark, but to also reinforce the importance of personal branding and future-proofing yourself for years to come, because we can no longer afford to sleep on ourselves and play ourselves anymore. It's 2026. And as far as I'm concerned, if LinkedIn has founders at number 8, then that means that you really need to consider different avenues or different paths if you are not happy in the place that you are in. If you are happy, please drop a comment and let me know. Just let me know that, you know what, I'm happy with my job. I don't know what you're talking about, Tariq. If not, then yeah, man. But each and every time, I just want to say thank you very much. Big love. And thank you. I want to say thank you because if you've made it this far, I will be dropping another video later today. Just to big you guys up, man, for subscribing and just getting involved with what I'm doing and the pursuit of wanting things better and the pursuit of doing things greater, man. We're working. I told you 1,000 days we're locked in, but I think that's it, you know. But either way, please like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure that you focus on your personal brand. And that's all I gotta say. Peace out. Look after yourself. Bless up.